Eli Lilly, one of the world's biggest drug makers, is launching one of the largest pharmaceutical manufacturing expansions in U.S. history. We're talking four brand new mega sites, billions of dollars in new investments, and a race to dominate the booming weight loss drug market. So, what's driving this? Why now? And how will these new facilities reshape the future of medicine and possibly U.S. manufacturing? Let's break it down. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In early 2024, Eli Lilly announced a massive $27 billion plan to build four new manufacturing plants inside the United States. This comes on top of the $23 billion the company has already invested domestically since 2020. And this isn't just about expansion, it's about reshoring. With threats of pharmaceutical import tariffs from the Trump administration and a global supply chain still vulnerable after the pandemic, Lilly is moving fast to bring more drug production back to U.S. soil. Before I jump into the first one, I want you guys to know these renderings came from Eli Lilly. They were released to the media, and I wanted you guys to see what these looked like. So the first confirmed mega facility is going to be in Goochland County, Virginia. This is a $5 billion site focused on active pharmaceutical ingredients, or APIs. This plant will support some of Eli Lilly's most advanced medicines, including cancer therapies, autoimmune treatments, antibody-drug conjugates, and future monoclonal antibody products. Lilly calls it its first dedicated, fully integrated bioconjugate facility. It is expected to bring 650 permanent jobs and 1,800 construction jobs to the region. And according to the company, they chose Virginia out of hundreds of applicants, citing workforce potential and access to utilities and transportation. Let's move on to mega site number 2, Houston, the pill that could change everything. If there is one facility that could reshape the weight loss drug market, it is this one. Eli Lilly is investing $6.5 billion to build a new plant in Houston, Texas, located in Generation Park. This will be the first site to produce Lilly's oral obesity medications, including the closely watched experimental pill Orforglipron, a GLP-1 drug that could help millions of patients who prefer pills over injections. The plant will also manufacture a pipeline of other small molecule medications spanning cardiometabolic disease, oncology, immunology, and neuroscience. It will create 615 highly skilled jobs and around 4,000 construction jobs. Lilly's CEO, David Ricks, says the site will help produce orforglipron at a scale and supports patients worldwide who want a convenient oral option. But Lilly isn't done with those. 2 additional mega sites in the United States are already approved internally, but the locations haven't been announced yet. The company says all 4 U.S. manufacturing plants will begin producing medicines within 5 years. And the expansion isn't limited to the U.S. Eli Lilly is also building or upgrading sites across the globe. In the Netherlands, a new $3 billion facility to make oral medications, including the company's first ever weight loss pill manufactured outside of the United States. In India, more than $1 billion is going into an expanded manufacturing capacity. In Germany, a major new injectables plant expected to open in 2027. In Ireland, a $1 billion expansion of its Limerick site. And in Puerto Rico, upgrades are underway at an existing manufacturing facility. And back home in Indiana, Lilly is constructing the Lilly Medicine Foundry, a $4.5 billion research and development center in Boone County. So why the sudden manufacturing building boom? Well, 3 reasons. Number 1, the GLP gold rush. Drugs like Ozempic and Mounjaro have created an explosion in global demand, faster than companies can manufacture supply. Lilly wants to avoid shortages with its upcoming oral pill. Number 2, The supply chain pressure. The US still depends heavily on global drug manufacturing. Ireland, Switzerland, China, and India in particular. Any trade tension or tariff risk threatens the pharmaceutical supply. And number three are those US tax incentives. Two waves of Trump era corporate tax cuts helped incentivize reshoring. Lilly hadn't built a new US facility in 40 years before those incentives kicked in. As Lilly's CEO said, we need to see those tax cuts extended or improved to support this. Okay, but what does this mean for the cost of GLP-1 medications like Zepbound and the upcoming oral versions? Will the new factories make them cheaper? Here's the thing. Lilly's new US manufacturing sites won't significantly change current GLP-1 prices because the big price cuts have already happened through government agreements. Major price reductions are already in place. Lilly has agreed to substantially lower the cost of its GLP-1 medications for Medicare and Medicaid patients, with many paying as little as $50 for a copay. Cash paying patients also benefit. Through new government programs like TrumpRx.gov, some GLP-1 medications are now available for around $350 per month. Medicare coverage is expanding. Starting in mid 2026, Medicare will begin covering these drugs specifically for obesity treatment for eligible beneficiaries, something that was previously excluded. So, the biggest near term price drop isn't coming from the new facilities, it's coming from policy and pricing agreements that are already in place. But in the long term, this new wave of factories could absolutely influence what patients pay. First, increased production capacity. The four new US sites will dramatically scale up domestic manufacturing, especially for oral GLP 1s. More supply helps prevent shortages and reduces bottlenecks. Secondly, a more secure supply chain, and this is huge. By producing key ingredients in finished drugs in the US, Lilly reduces its vulnerability to tariffs, trade tensions, and overseas manufacturing hiccups. And finally, there's room for future price drops. As production ramps up and competition in the GLP-1 market grows, there's more opportunity to reduce prices even further or at least keep them stable. What this means for consumers? Short term, lower prices and expanded coverage are coming from government deals, not factories. Long term, the new facilities are a strategic investment to keep supply strong, avoid shortages, and create conditions that could lead to more affordable pricing down the line. In other words, your GLP-1 prescription probably won't get cheaper because of the new plants today, but those plants may be exactly what keeps prices dropping over the next decade. Altogether, Eli Lilly's investment will create more than 3,000 high skilled permanent jobs, 10,000 construction jobs, a stronger, more domestic supply chain, and faster production of next gen drugs, especially obesity medicines. This is one of the largest pharma manufacturing moves in American history, and it is happening at a moment when demand for weight loss drugs is skyrocketing, supply chains are shifting, and global companies are racing to build capacity. So, what do you think? Is this a positive shift for the US economy? Will domestic drug manufacturing become our new normal? And how big of an impact will oral GLP-1 medications really have? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next deep dive. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.